really about restoration, recreation, and reconciliation with our soul. So it's coming into sacred union with ourselves in a way that we maybe haven't so far, or maybe we have, and then we've kind of maybe lost track of that or got off track because of all of the tension over the last couple of years. And it's really about anchoring in this higher awareness into the planet. Okay, so we're really anchoring in a spiritual awareness that we've had glimpses of, but we haven't actually been able to fully realize. And it's interesting some of the ways that they've been saying things lately and how that's showing up. So what they have said is that we'll be reawakening to simplicity, reconnecting to the actual natural rhythm, and understanding that we're not quote unquote only human. One of the things that feels so timely about January is I feel like this is giving us this really great reset point to instead of kicking off and being like, new year, new you, let's get all this. I really feel like this week is going to be imperative for you to sink into yourself, sink into your heart, sink into feeling, maybe even for the first time, what you truly, truly want in this life. And we're being supported in that with the Venus retrograde, because for those of you that are in Ascension Club, the membership that's on Patreon, you've heard me talking since December about how this time was going to be really important for us to really almost do using the 40 days of Venus retrograde as a love dare for ourselves, like really, truly diving into what does it mean to love ourselves. One of the things that my guides have been talking about this last couple of weeks, especially, and what they've been telling me as I'm preparing for this week's challenge, is the first thing they wanted me to talk about is simply breathing. You've got to go back to the basics of breathing. So in the last couple of days getting ready for this challenge, the reason that they're saying that this is so important is because whether we know it or not, all of us have been almost at this point right now of PTSD because of all of the trauma drama bullshit that's out there. Those of you guys that are listening, I'm going to apologize right now. If you have little kids, please put in an earbud or something, because every once in a while I will drop a naughty word. So I apologize ahead of time. If that comes out, just, I try to remember not to do that, but if there's any littles in the room, you might want to have a headset in just in case. But anyway, so with all of this that's been going on over the last couple of years, we're getting exhausted. It's affecting everyone. Like, this is the one thing that I've seen across the board, is it's affecting everyone. And not only because of affecting everyone because it's been such a collective thing, because this is not just the United States. This is not just, Australia. This is the whole flipping planet right now has been accosted by this energy. Right? So everyone that we know has been in some way, shape, or form had this experience of external and well, my guides are almost saying it's like this crisis point where we're literally under so much stress that our physical body can't function. On top of that, physically, the way that the earth, so I always talk about how astrology is important, and not only astrology, but the astronomy itself, like how our planets are put together and the way that they interact. There's a magnetic pull between the earth and the planets and the sun and the moon and all of the magnetics that make us a solar system, right? So when these things are moving and pulling and contracting, we feel that. Now, depending on how sensitive you are is going to determine how intensely you feel that, right? So one way or another, whether you know it or not, the moon affects the tide, you can believe it's going to affect your physical body, right? So take that, just that tiny little bit of knowing that the moon can affect the way that you feel. Now take all of these other planets and then take how we're moving through the universe. And there are literally light particles of energy that we're experiencing, that we're moving through. As we're moving through the photon belt, we're experiencing a different energetic frequency as well. So not only are we in this mass experience of stress, we have new physical energies of light particles coming onto the planet, and our bodies are on overload. Okay. So no matter where you're at in your spiritual practice, this is going to be a really good time to think back to the basics. This is breathing. This is calming down your nervous system. This is paying attention to the way your thoughts, are they running? Are they calm? Are you breathing? Are you just getting through the day? Like all of the basics. Um,